Yesterday I saw this video of Linda Sarsour talking about intersectional feminism, aka All Victims Club. Some big anti-feminist, anti-SJWs reacted to that video. So I thought instead of reacting to it, why just we go ahead and compare their views on a simple issue, that is freedom of speech. For this video, we will compare views of a feminist Kate Smurthwaite with views of BLM activist Francesca Rang. I was going to include Islamic views on this topic, but we already know what it's going to be. So just a feminist and a BLM activist for today. So take it away, Franny.
You can't take away my freedom of speech just because you're offended. Well, yeah. In America, freedom of speech simply means the government cannot prohibit you from expressing yourself. It's why you can criticize Obama without being thrown in jail. But on an interpersonal level, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Technically, no subject on earth is off limits. You can say whatever you want, but in turn, people are allowed to respond however they want. The fact that you can comment means you're not being censored. If you tell a crappy sexist joke and someone says, hey, that was a crappy sexist joke, that's freedom of speech. And if you post some racist bullshit on Facebook and your boss decides she doesn't want to employ people who spew racist bullshit on Facebook, you still have freedom of speech. And you're free to take that racist bullshit somewhere else. America.
So there's a lot here which I do not agree with. Freedom of speech is the right to express yourself without the fear of getting physically harmed. But here this stupid bitch does not even realize it, that we have to counter wrong ideas with correct ones instead of resorting to violence. Here she is trying to defend the Black Lives Matter movement as they are violent as fuck. Instead of looking what's wrong in the movement, she is instead trying to change the basic definition of freedom of speech to fit the narrative. Now, let's check what the feminist has to say about this.
On this show about a year ago, and we were in a debate about gender equality with Milo, and what happened was that afterwards, I received, in 48 hours, I received 165 pages of Twitter abuse, including about 20 rape and death threats, including unpleasant comments about my appearance, lots and lots of those.
Because of what you said to Milo over here?
Well, not because, I mean, many of them were from Milo, many of them were egged on by him, many of them were encouraged by him, many people were retweeting him, you know, my head photoshopped onto unattractive bodies, this kind of thing, pictures of me manipulated to look horrible or whatever. And the fact is that I'm not the first or the last person to have been on the receiving end of this kind of onslaught. And these are not people questioning what I'd said. From Milo and from a group of people that he supports and encourages. And, you know, if I was in that situation and supporters of mine were to do this kind of thing, I would, of course, turn around and say, hey, this is not cool, this is not okay. But instead of which, you know, egged on by a community of a deep-rooted misogynists, this is the world that we now live in. And it's not just me, lots and lots of women have been affected by this, including teenagers, including women from all around the world.
Okay, Milo.
It's about time we addressed it.
What?
So after watching both the videos, it is safe to say that
together they make a great pair of people who don't agree on much.
so the basic foundations of their movements are very different, so how are they going to fight together? If we throw Islam into it as well, then it would be a total shit show. The hypocrisy of the left is just going through the roof. Here a feminist just got a feelings hurt because some people called her ugly, but the left celebrates it when they are the ones punching people around. The left needs to get its act together, or they are going to be irrelevant in the future.